when we say ministry, many people think it is staying in church building. I know he made that clarification, right? But then the question a lot of us usually ask, or maybe some things that have not become very clear in our minds, is how do I do ministry in politics? How do I do ministry in fashion? How do I do ministry in entertainment? The point is that the purpose of ministry, just like he explained, is for soul winning. That is for people to be translated from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of light, right? And then Jesus said, you are the light of what? Is it the light of the church? He said you are the light of the world, right? And the salt of the what? Now, when Jesus was living, what did he tell us to do? What's the command? What's the command? He said go. So which means that ministry is about going from church into the world. Going from light into the darkness. And where do you find people? Exactly. We know the purpose for ministry now, right? We have it. We have it in our hands, right? Now, where do we find people? In the world. You find them as people working in the fashion industry. You find them as people working in education sector. We find them as people working in... So we find people in these different areas. So if we stay in church, we cannot claim to be doing ministry in the four walls of the church. Many of us now, we have things we are doing outside these four walls. Now, when I go to my office, I meet people in my office. These people, I may not meet them in church, but I meet them in the office. And these ones are still in the dark. And Jesus said, go and bring them into the light. So which means, as a medical personnel, when I get to my office, what I'm supposed to do is to speak the language they understand with the purpose of bringing them to light. So when we say ministry in politics, it is not for you to now become a politician for yourself. It is because you are going into that sector because there are people in that sector that have not received Jesus. And now, because, let me still take politics. Politics is actually a form, like a platform where certain decisions are made that affect people. Do you understand? So, when I meet someone as a politician, and the person is just making policies based on his own benefits, when I get that person born again, I don't remove that person from politics. The person remains there as a policy, but now start making policies that will do what? Enhance the kingdom. And then start making policies that will now create more platform for more lighted people to come in, to preach more gospel to the people in the politics, so that if they die, I'm bringing it to the lowest level. If anything happens to them, their souls are saved. If you are called into politics and then you get in there, all you do is also you're winning an election. Why are you winning an election? Do you understand what I'm saying? All you do, like, okay, God called you into the fashion industry. Or for what? What are you going there to do? Because there's an assignment you have. That is your purpose. Now you are about to fulfill it. That is ministry. Fulfilling it is ministry. That's what we heard this morning, right? Now when I get into the fashion industry, now I'm going to be meeting a lot of women. I'm going to be meeting a lot of men. Now, when I meet with them, what do I have in mind? Is it just to collect their money? No. Their souls, the purpose, for the reason God called me is for me to win souls. That's what Jesus said. Go and win souls. So different wisdom, that is why it is called the manifold wisdom of God. Multifaceted, manifold wisdom of God. For one purpose. Translating people from the kingdom of darkness to kingdom of light. We have a lot of believers that are into different sectors of the world, but they are there and their lives are bushelled. Christ is not known there. You are not doing ministry. And because you are making money there, you cannot come and say you are fulfilling ministry. You are not. What makes you fulfill ministry is that souls are being translated from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of light by your interaction with the people in that place. You're bringing the power of God in that place. So now that I'm born again, I have colleagues in my office that are doing well in that office, but they've not received Jesus. The wrath of God is already hanging on them. Now, myself that claim to be saved, that office is a platform for me to preach to these ones which will not ordinarily come to church, because they don't have any business with church as far as they are concerned. So what I am now doing in that place, while we are working on computing the numbers, serving customers in the bank and on, all I'm thinking about is, how do I get my manager to know Jesus? You come into a branch, you're coming in as an agent. There is one person you are targeting in that branch, and that is the branch manager. They tell you there's an opening in another bank, in another branch, and it pays better. But that is not what you want. You're not after the money in as much as you need it. But there's an assignment you have to do here. That is what we call ministry.